We're also passionate about those things, so it's fire sparking fire.
I think the honors classes we've taken really helped to further our critical thinking development.
I took the Honors 120 course here before being admitted into the School of Pharmacy. My experience with the honors program has been phenomenal. It allowed me personally to get an experience outside of my normal courses, a lot of math and science associated with the pre-pharmacy program, and this was an apocalyptic literature course, which allowed me to kind of explore my creative side a bit more and challenge me as well. I wasn't used to a course where it was an open forum discussion about books that you read at home and not having time in classroom and then reflecting on your own thoughts and not what teachers wanted you to see from the book or things that your classmates and peers tried to get you to see, but it was your own imagination, it was your own creativity, it was your connections that you were making to the things that you were reading about, which I thought was really neat.
People are not always going to want to talk about my profession. You have to be well-rounded in the arts and music and culture and and even pop culture. So it's good to have I think the honors program really develops us in a way to sort of hone those skills.
My Honors 120 class with Dr. Shunke was really about looking at what is the definition of happiness and how can one achieve happiness. And it was looking at both philosophers from way back in time, that Aristotle, and then more current philosophers. So it's kind of getting the idea of, has our definition of happiness as a society changed, and what in philosophy are the debates on what can bring fulfillment to a person.
Being in the Monsters class was a completely different experience that I know most other engineering students wouldn't have had their freshman year. Going in and reading 4 novels about monsters and translating that into real life was definitely something outside the box for me. All my other classes I was learning calculus and physics and all math different related things to that, and going in there and it was kind of philosophy. It was definitely a different experience, and looking back on it I really appreciate that because it helped me learn and grow a lot more than I would have if I hadn't taken it.
We took a field trip to the Del Mar Loop, which was great. We got a lot of people in the class had never eaten, and we ate at a Mediterranean restaurant. A lot of people in the class had never eaten at a restaurant like that, so that was an awesome experience for some people. I think that was cool. The Del Mar Loop is a really diverse community, so it was cool to have to bring some stuff we learned in the class to take it there.
We did a film project, which was create your own apocalypse kind of scenario and how it plays out in this world. And so you had so many different ideas.
Dr. Shunke really pushed something as far as, you're in college and you're here to get a degree, but is that really what's going to make you happy? And you guys are honor students who's used to getting really good grades, but is that going to make you happy? And so he kind of made us dig a little bit deeper and say, you know, if you get a B, that's not going to make you unhappy, but more happiness is something that is being fulfilled with your life, not just meeting expectations in school, which is something that was very eye-opening for me because I've always been kind of more an academic perfectionist, and so understanding that that's not what brings happiness and kind of really looking into what do I think I can do to be happy was something that was really good to start out my college experience with.